Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing amazing. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how I do my everyday makeup look. I'm gonna be showing you guys this makeup look. A lot of you asked me from my previous video on how to sleek my hair ponytail, how I did that makeup look, and it's basically this. I do this makeup look all the time, especially for shooting, for when I'm recording YouTube videos. This is like the makeup look I always go for. I'm going to be showing you guys step by step on literally how I prep my face to how I finish. But before we go into the video, I have teamed up with Ana Luisa. They are a sustainable jewelry company based in New York. I'm actually wearing their jewelries for this video. I picked up this chain necklace just because I feel like chain at the moment is a very trendy, but I really like this chain because it's very subtle, very demure, and very light for like an everyday sort of look. I also picked up these earrings to go with it. These are a little hoop earring. I just feel like for an everyday look, they're very dainted, very clean. The jewelries are also tarnish free. That means they last a long time. Their price ranges from $39 as a starting point. I just feel like that is so inexpensive, and for a jewelry that's gonna last you a long time, I just think it's such a really good price range, especially if you're looking for something that, you know, for an everyday, but you sort of want to like just tone it down a little bit and not do a lot. And obviously it's gonna last you a long time, so you're not gonna be, you know, chucking anything away and spending a lot of money on jewelry. This is gonna like last you like such a long time. So yeah, with that being said, let's get on to the video. Start off, I have already washed my face. I have put this cream on. This cream is from Skin Finds. I really don't know how to say that name. I have just applied a little amount. I like to let it like sit in, and then next I'm gonna be putting on a primer. The primer I like to use is this primer from Rimmel London. It's my absolute favorite. They used to actually have another primer that I really liked, but I think they discontinued it, and then now they've got this going. I don't think it's like the same as the one I normally used to buy. I feel like the other one that I normally used to buy was like super matte, but this is still mattifying. It is smoothens, resurfaces, brightens, mattifies, and protects. Everything that you need in a primer, but I just feel like the other one that they had was so much better. I always just like to put a little amount of primer, and then I go in and massage. My skin is oily, and I always sometimes think I'm combination skin, but I think it's just oily. I always get oily around here, here, basically everywhere. So I always like to put a bit of powder before my foundation, and the powder that I'm going to be using is the Fenty Beauty powder in Banana shade. Using one of these brushes, I'm just going to put a little amount. I like to just dust that off, and then I'll put it on my T-zone, basically where I get really oily. And I always just like to put a little amount, just because a little goes a long way, and I always try to avoid having too much base because it causes that build-up, and then it will, you know, make me even oilier during the day. So I just apply a little amount basically everywhere. Sometimes I go in with like a soft motion and just apply that all over the face. I'm dusting it off here just so that I'm not carrying a lot of product, and then I just put this basically everywhere, and I go through circular motions just to get the product to sit in the skin instead of just like on the top. So now that I look like a ghost, I'm ready for foundation. And is anyone excited for Halloween? I mean, I'm not so excited because, you know, Corona, but I'm kind of excited. This face just reminded me of Halloween. But anyways, the foundation I like to use is this foundation. This one is from Maybelline, and I wear it in shade 70 Cocoa. By the way, I'm gonna leave everything down below just in case I don't like mention where the things are from. My foundation is literally run out, but I always like to put just a little amount, and what I do is using my beauty blender, I would just go in and tap that. So I always like to just put a little amount as I go. I feel like applying foundation is like painting. Normally I used to like put foundation just over like on my face and then I blend it in, but I realized that I use a lot more foundation that way than I do when I'm just like putting it behind my arms and applying it onto the skin. And it also sort of gives you like a really nice fine coverage, like a makeup artist just did it. But obviously I'm not saying I'm a makeup artist. I'm just saying, you know, it's a bit close to a makeup artist. That is literally enough foundation for my face. I don't like to put a lot. The concealer I like to use is this concealer from LAKEY Pro Conceal. I've been using this for the longest. I have tried different kinds of concealers, but I always just find that I always come back to this. And these are very inexpensive. I swear they used to be like £3 before, but obviously I feel like the price has gotten up because I feel like a lot of people wear this now. But I would definitely like recommend this if you're looking for a concealer that is really nice and inexpensive. I always use LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I'm using this in the shade Toffee. So I just put a generous amount of concealer on here, on here, on here, basically on my T-zone and the places I want to highlight. I like to put it here just so that my lips can, you know, pop when I'm putting lipstick. I don't put it on my lid just because I kind of like how my eyeshadow is dark and I kind of like that smoky eye look. So that's like my sort of secret for not really putting anything on my lid and just like having that, you know, smoky eye look. Using the damn beauty blender, I'm going to just blend the sides. What I like to do, I like to let the concealer sit in for a little bit just so that it can get, you know, nice and thick and tacky. I always feel like it just looks so much better, and it also like stops me from going over and applying more concealer. It just kind of like thickens it up a little bit better. So I'm just like blending around it, as you guys can see. So just like blending it so that there are no harsh lines. And then on the nose, I'm gonna fully blend that because I don't really like it to be too harsh there, so that I fully blend. I also like to bring the concealer in the inner corner. I brighten up my inner corner, but I don't touch the ends because I kind of want that, you know, smoky eye natural look. So I'm gonna leave the concealer like that, and I'm gonna blend it in a little bit. Once I let that sit, I'm going to do my eyebrows. I like to use this palette from Sleek. They have like a pomade, and also let me just show you guys. They have a pomade and they have a powder as well. I like to use the pomade just because it goes in well with the eyebrows. So using the pomade, I'm going to just apply a little amount. A little goes a long way with this, so you can't really like work with a little amount just for the entire brow. Using this brush from Rimmel, it is a Brow Pro Micro Ultra Fine Precision Pencil. It looks like this. I like this end. This end is basically where the stick is for the brows. I also like this for filling in brows, but I like the pomade better because it kind of gives you control. So using the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer, I'm going to outline my eyebrows. I feel like I never missed a step now, because before, when I missed this step, I realized that my like my face just did not look balanced, and that you could never like see my eyebrows from a distance. So now I just make sure that I always like outline my eyebrows so that you can see them, and it kind of like just brings them out a little bit. I'm literally putting a lot. It always, like, when I'm recording my makeup tutorial, like when I'm recording it, I always seem to put a lot more than when I'm actually just doing it on my own, like just every day. But I think just the camera just shows a different kind of image to what you see. And obviously the lighting and everything else. But yeah, I'm trying not to get like too excited, and try not to like look at the camera and decide from that. That's why I have a mirror right here. I'm just working with that. So I go in on the end of the brush. This brush is actually from one of the Naked palettes. I love these brushes. They're just really good for like blending. I love the end. I always just use that for concealer. And then the other end, I like to use it for like precision blending, especially for my brows, like so. And it just kind of blends the rest of the face. So using a beauty blender, I'm going to just blend my under eye. Using LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer. It is in this is mahogany, I believe, this color. It's literally the darkest shade. I like to use this for like contouring my face. So I apply again a little amount. I like to use the back of my hand as a palette, just because it just helps with like the distribution of like the product on your face. Instead of just like going directly on it, I just prefer doing it at the back of my hand. It just helps me like get a really nice clean finish. Using this little brush, I believe this is from Echo something. I will find it and I'll link it down below. But I just go in and dab a little amount and use this to contour my face. So I always just like to go with light strokes like that. Contouring my forehead is massive because, as you can see, it's freaking massive, and I like to emphasize this bit a little bit much because yeah, we're trying to reduce this size. I just like to bring this down. I mean, I don't think I have a double chin, but sometimes it looks like I have a double chin, so this kind of helps just like thin it down a little bit. I've noticed, like in pictures, like if you guys can see, sometimes it looks like I have a double chin. Like even when I do like that, like it looks like there's a double chin. So I just like to go in and blend that. Using the Fenty Beauty powder, I'm going to powder my whole face. But before I do, I'm going to just get rid of any lines and just like sort of like go over what I've already gone over and blend everything together. Okay, so using the powder, I'm going to put a bit amount like so. Using the palm of my hand, I always like to go in and I soften it a little. I always just feel like when I apply powder directly, it never sits nicely on my face. I just feel like that way it just looks better, and it's a lot softer when you're applying it on your face. So I'm just gonna do the same thing and dab that in. I also like to take it on my eyelid, just because I get oily. I know I haven't put anything on there, but I do get oily, so that's just like to stop it from getting oily during the day. I know I look like a ghost, but we're gonna bring some color back into my face in a minute. That's the thing with like the banana shade. It's not, I thought it was gonna be more on the like yellow side because that's just perfect, but it's more on the white end. I'm going to bake my eyes a little on the end, so like that. This just gives you that winged look that I always try to achieve. I never like to put powder on here, so I'm just gonna take some out and then take some out here as well. This sort of just gives you that, you know, cut eye look. Using the Sleek Brow Kit, I'm going to use the powder base, basically this base, and go over my entire eyes. I'm using this brush. This brush is from H&M. I don't know if they stock it anymore, but they always have really good brushes, so it's just good to go and have a look. This brush has actually lasted me so long. I go in and I just pat, and this just sort of adds on to my eyes, like this smoky eye look, and I blend that in. Because obviously I didn't put like concealer to begin with, I didn't really need to go in and do a lot, because obviously my skin is naturally dark. It just kind of helps. So I do this in like a winged motion, and then on the end, sometimes I pinch the end and I would emphasize that wing, like so. Using this liner, it is the Wonder Ink eyeliner from Rimmel. I'm gonna go in and just draw my eyelid. I like to go in and just put like a really thin line. For mascara, I like to use this Volume Scandalise On Demand mascara from Rimmel London. I do like their Exaggerate mascara. I've used that for the longest. I think I have it here, this mascara, but I've run out, so now I have to use this one. One thing about this mascara is the brush. The brush is a little bit too thick, but the coverage is amazing. Like, the mascara lasts a long time, and I don't know, I love it, but the brush just needs to be a little bit tiny and small. The Volume Exaggerate mascara is a lot, like, you know, thinner. So this is the difference. This is the Volume Colorist and this is the Scandalise. And I just really love this brush just because you can like sort of work with it a bit more. This is a little bit on the thicker side, but this one lasts a long time. It is also waterproofing, a different kind of brush. This is a more flat brush. This one is also from H&M. I'm gonna be using Fenty Beauty in Mocha Mami. This is the contouring shade. I love this, and this is when we are gonna bring color back onto my face. I'm going to just put a bit amount underneath my eyes and smoke it out. To contour my nose, I'm gonna use the same concealer I used to contour my face. Again, I'm putting in the back of my hand, and I'm going to be using this brush. It is, I don't know where this is from, but I think you can get it from H&M. It has like this end. I don't really use that end. I use this end mostly. I just like the fact that it's like nice and thin. I go in and just apply a little amount, and I start from the top of my nose and I take it down. I normally used to contour like just here and take it down, but really you should be contouring starting here just so that you can get like a full balance of your face. I hope you guys understand when I say balance. I just feel like eyebrows, nose contouring, everything just sort of ties in nicely when it's all symmetrical. So I just take that down. Again, I put a little amount and I just work through. So using the same beauty blender, I'm just getting rid of the powder and using the other end. I'm just going to try blend that in. Using the Fenty Beauty powder, I'm going to just contour my nose, and I'm also doing that thing where I just put it at the back of my hand and then I go in and contour my nose. Who needs a nose job? No, but for real, who needs a nose job? So using this powder brush, this is actually from Real Techniques. I'm going to dust off the ends of my eyes. I'm just dusting it off. I'm not going to dust this off yet. I'm going to just maybe get rid of that bit. And I'm not going to touch my nose for now. I'm going to let that sit in for a few minutes. And I'm going to dust off my face. I always like to dust off here. This is where I get really oily and it really infuriates me because the rest of my face will be like matte and then I would be like oily, especially around here. I don't know what it is. Like, does anyone have a better tip to managing like my oiliness around here? Because it really is like annoying. Using the Fenty Beauty Mocha Mami and using this brush as well. I believe this brush is from Real Techniques, but I don't know because I got it quite a long time ago. I'm going to just be dabbing a bit and also dabbing that onto my face. This is just going to bring a bit of warmth back onto my face just because everything is looking a little bit gray. I mean, I say a little bit a lot. Oh my god. But everything is just looking gray and this just helps bring back some color into my face. I also like to bring it to my cheeks because I don't really wear any blush. I like this to be like a contouring shade and also a blush at the same time. So I do bring it in a little, and then I'm also going to conceal this massive forehead that I love, and I'm gonna bring it down my neck again. I'm really just going in soft motions just so that I don't move any product. Using the Fenty Beauty powder, I'm just going to clean up this contour just because you cannot really see it. Again, another trick is to just bring it all the way down here just so that everything is just clean. Now my face literally looks symmetrical. It's making me so happy. Using this Kiko pencil in shade 321, I'm gonna line my under eye and also my top lid, top eyes, just so that it can bring out the smokiness a little bit. For lashes, I'm gonna be using these lashes from Precious Hair Collection. I do like to snip them a little because I have really small eyes. Maybe I look like I have big eyes, but I actually have tiny eyes. And guys, I ran out of my glue, so I'm using this little miniature duo eyelash glue. It came with one of the eyelashes. I like to have the lashes just get, you know, tacky. I'm basically fanning them right now just to speed up the process. And then I'm gonna apply them onto my eyelashes. I actually don't have any tweezers. I don't know where they are. I'm going to try wing this with just like my hands. So I go in and just oh and oh well, that didn't work. Applying eyelashes with tweezers would be a lot easier, but I really don't know where my tweezers are, and I really cannot be bothered to go looking for them. I feel like when you have like long nails, they kind of help, but at the moment I literally have my natural nails. I've not gotten my nails done in a long time, so you can sort of like tone it down, but I always like how this looks like when I'm recording or when I'm shooting. I don't really have to go in and do much. Like I can just, you know, pose for a picture. Like I've decided I'm going to put a bit of mascara on my under eye just to tie everything in together. It looks a little bit too much, especially with these eyelashes, to have like nothing underneath. So I'm gonna just put a bit amount. And oh, I always like to go in and take off a bit of mascara, because I don't like too much mascara, especially on the under eye. It just kind of does the most. And then I'm going to put a bit of mascara here as well. Just to finish everything off, I'm going to be using NW45 Studio Fix powder from MAC, and using the same brush I did for powder, I'm going to go in with light strokes and just blend everything together, especially around the nose. I go in with light stroke and just like blend. I know some people hate putting powder on their lips, but I always feel like this just helps my lipstick last longer. And because I'm gonna go over with like lip gloss, I don't know, it just kind of like helps tie everything together. Using the Kiko liner, I'm going to line my lips. Using this lipstick from NL Beauty in the shade Chocolate Milk, I apply a little amount in the center of my lips, and then what I do, I blend this in. Using Kiko Milano lip gloss, it's in a shade 19. I'm going to put this in the center of my lips. And this is my makeup done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these videos. I haven't done a makeup video in a while. It's literally been so long since I've done a makeup video, but I've actually enjoyed making this. Actually, one thing to say, I normally put setting spray on, but I've run out. I'll put it on the screen, the setting sprays I like to use, but I also, because my face is oily, I like to just like leave it as it is. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys on my next one. And subscribe if you haven't yet.